The Bad Batch Season 3 just premiered on Disney+, and we just got our first look at how the season is going to take shape. The first episode started off on Mount Tantiss and gave us a glimpse at what the Empire has planned. As expected, they are doing extensive experiments to try and figure out a way to clone Palpatine. This would of course connect to the sequels and serve as a way to explain how
somehow Palpatine returned.
While I'm not a fan of the sequels myself, I don't mind that the writers of the show are attempting to explain how it all happened. The second episode, Paths Unknown, served as a bit more of a filler episode, but it was still cool to see the young clones that escaped Kamino. One of these clone cadets is also voiced by Daniel Logan, who served as the voice of Boba Fett in the Clone Wars.
Fine. Let's get going.
After picking up some clues, Hunter and Wrecker are finally on the right track to finding Omega. But in the third episode, we find out Omega is already one step ahead of Hunter and Wrecker and is putting together a plan of her own to escape Mount Tantiss at the advice of Nala Se. Following the arrival of the Emperor on Mount Tantiss, Nala Se warned Omega that she needed to escape quickly because she feared that Emery would discover her high M count. This once again demonstrated the strong connection that Nala Se has to Omega and how she will go to great lengths to protect her and make sure she is safe. After Nala Se gives Omega her data pad, Omega is able to escape Tantiss with the help of Crosshair through a kennel hatch. After the TK troopers pursue them in a Republic attack shuttle, the same as we saw in the Clone Wars, Omega and Crosshair manage to hijack the shuttle and escape into the planet's atmosphere. As they are being pursued by the Imperial ships, and just as it seems like they will be caught, Emery, back on Tantiss, discovers Omega's high M count and informs Hemlock, who immediately calls off the pursuit. Hemlock knows that he needs Omega in order to advance his cloning efforts, and so this decision in turn probably saved Omega and Crosshair and allowed them to escape. But their escape came at a heavy cost because Hemlock now knows of Omega's M count and was told personally by the Emperor that he will have all the Empire's resources at his disposal to advance his project.
There is nothing of greater importance to secure the future of this Empire.
This means that the Empire will now likely go after Omega on a large scale. Overall, I really liked the start to this season, and I think that the third episode, Shadows of Tantiss, stood out the most, especially with the presence of the Emperor. Let me know what you thought about the 3-episode premiere in the comments below, and if it's your first time here, please consider subscribing.